Well, Dad,
here we are.
Here's for all the Oldsmobile guys that were getting tired of us doing only LS stuff.
That's right. We've got something other than a LS in here.
Yeah.
Well, we got old school small block Chevy and got this Olds motor back. But it's a whole different animal now. I mean.
Yeah, I went and picked it up from Henson yesterday.
Yeah, we just got it back from Henson. Fresh hone on it. And as you can see, they decked it. It looks like they did something here too. I don't see that.
Oh yeah, it does look like that. O-ringed
so
it.
Whatever they took off here, they may have took off a little there just to give us more China rail clearance.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know if you can say that with the balloons and everything.
Well, like I say, that is. Look how thick this China rail is.
Yeah.
Anyway, O-ringed.
O-ringed it, and then O-ringed the heads,
and
right?
O-ring the heads. So they found some other things that we had several things going on, but one, of course, our head gaskets was blowing out everywhere, and two, on the heads, I don't think the valves was seating right, and my camshaft is 608. And the springs was coil binding at 585.
Okay.
So when it was going full lift, the coil spring was binding, completely binding, and the push rod was just pushing into the lifter. So there was a lot of problems going on that we didn't know about. I mean, and that's the thing. Solid lifter, we would have caught that, right? Because it wouldn't have had, we couldn't have set them. I mean, so, hydraulic lifter, it takes some of that cushion, and here we are, you know. But anyhow, so we're going to seal it up. We've got some, Henson put some Manly springs on it for us. I don't know if it's Manly or that's the brand name. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm going to say that they're Manly.
Okay.
Oldsmobile Manly. But anyway, so we should be good. No cool bind issues, sealed up. Hopefully this thing's a different animal. I mean, got a fresh tranny. My tranny had one clutch left in it after 8 years.
Yeah.
So fresh tranny, got a PTC converter this time, 15.0. No, 16.0. I did the same converter that's in the Red Dragon.
Yep, 16.0.
So it's a PTC 16.0. Double O-ring, so I think this O-ring will go inside the other one, and I hadn't even looked at them. They may be receiver grooved and not O-ringed. I don't even know. I guess should have looked at it, but anyhow, I'm gonna get the crank. I always worry about a crankshaft sitting out, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get the crankshaft in, just so it ain't sitting on the floor, and then we'll file fit the rings and. This whole thing's probably pretty loose.
Did you say we?
Yeah, I said we'll file fit the rings. I'll get it all set up. And, I mean, the last few I've had to do myself. You know,
Yeah.
You've let me down, so.
Well, I told Henson that I'm not driving this thing again.
Yeah.
Especially first.
Yeah. I mean, you better have video cameras in it on the first drive because it may be the best drive. I don't know.
Yeah. So. First time we got it together, I went and drove it without cameras at all because I was just going to go drive it and get the tune right. And
it ripped.
Ripped, yeah. And I don't even have anything to show for it.
Hey, not running hot. I mean, hopefully this fixes our heating problem.
Yeah.
And, well, believe it or not, that cool bind will create engine heat. It sounds crazy, but that's what Hinson and I had a long conversation about.
Okay.
Is cool bind will actually make an engine run hot.
How's
so
that?
Not only, he just said it creates friction, you know, because all them are touching like that, and it's doing it a lot, you know. Well, just imagine on 300 mile drive.
Usually this thing was at 7,000 RPM, or trying to get there.
Yeah, I think
with you,
it'll go 7,000
it wasn't
for
with
sure
me.
now. I mean, We got 160.
But I don't know. I don't know how we drove it that far.
I don't either. I don't know how it stayed running, but it's Oldsmobile, so maybe that's it.
More drag and drive events coming soon, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I wish we were in Florida right now.
Oh, that would be awesome. But yeah, we're gonna. I don't know. Like I say, it's a start. We got some other work to do too, but
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm waiting on the rotating assembly to get balanced on this because I bought pistons that was heavier.
Ugh.
Way heavier. Remember we measured
Yeah, I remember.
73,000 or 73 grams heavier.
Yeah.
So getting that balanced.
Waiting on parts on some other stuff.
Really just waiting on parts. So we
got everything for Oldsmobile.
I got everything to put this together. So we may just start working on it. And if we get this other stuff, I would move it ahead just because we're gonna, we're actually doing this for a customer and making money on this one.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
All right. Well, we're gonna get into building Dad's Oldsmobile. What was I gonna say? Oh, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and there's a bell that you can click. That way you get notified anytime I post. Because my goal this year is to hit 10,000 followers on here and keep growing. So.
Well, something that old guys like me may not know. I mean, I don't know if old guys are watching me, but
Dad thought you had to pay money to subscribe.
It doesn't cost anything to hit the subscribe button.
So yeah, you don't have to pay. I mean, you can pay me, I guess, and you can subscribe, but you don't have to. So
you don't have to pay anything; it's free.
If you guys would help me out, then that'd be cool. And I'm thinking about getting some shirts and actually posting them for sale. So
Hey, you keep saying that.
I know, but we got hooked up with somebody that can actually make them for me now. So, but all right, let's get into the video.
If you take your motor to a real machine shop, they're going to take all the plugs out of it, vat it, clean it good. You always need to make sure that these screw and plugs are back in tight. And like I say, I took these out. They had them tight, but I took these out and put a little bit of thread sealer on them just to make sure that, I don't want any chance for any oil to be getting by. So I did that, and that's not something you want to think of later, when you're having oil pressure problems or something. So you always want to do that. Just check everything. A lot of times the dark block, it comes with a lot of screw-in plugs. So of course this isn't a dark block, but it's as strong as a dark block. It's as heavy as a dark block.
Good old diesel block.
Good old diesel block. Well, we're definitely going to see what it'll hold. And it's got the billet caps and 1/2-inch ARP main studs on it. Like I say, I'm going to bust it loose and at least set that crank. Oldsmobile parts, when you buy them, you got to check them because they might have dust on them because ain't nobody building an Oldsmobile.
Yeah, they might be 100 years old.
I mean, they're just definitely not near as popular. Now this crankshaft is 20 on the mains and 10 on the rods, which is, it is what it is. That's just the way I got it, So
Yeah.
This motor was originally built by.
I'm surprised these aren't covered in the old aircraft grease that they used to ship parts in.
Oh yeah, like the Cosmoline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being Oldsmobile parts.
Yeah, they're old. Old. Look at this one. Only one is like that.
What? So, was that no groove in it?
No groove.
What's that mean?
Well, it goes in the front cap. On the cap side. Sure. Well, my theory is it's the farthest from the oil pump.
Are all Oldsmobiles like that? Or is this set that you
Probably just the set. I don't know. They're probably all different. Some of them are probably grouped. Well, I mean, look at this thrust, how shiny it is, right? And then look at the rest of these. It's almost like it's almost like a mismatched set or something, you know. Like all the King bearings we run in LSs look like this one.
Like the guy that was packing these bearings,
he's like, eh.
Somebody ordered Oldsmobile bearings.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do now? And they're like, just throw some shit together. It'll be okay. You won't even know.
Well, these say they was made in 22, so they ain't that old.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. Actually, the last ones I did was.
It was like 2008.
Oh, I think it was 03s or something that I got. I ordered Oldsmobile bearings and they just sent them in a box, like rattling around. Every one of them was scratched, so I sent them back and ordered a different set.
They just sent that.
Yeah, and now these are a little better than what I got back then. But yeah, and you use a.
Because like Oldsmobiles are supposed to have a rope.
Yeah, there's a rope in there. I don't use the rope. These are big block Ford, like 429, 460. I think they call it a 385 series. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's maybe the Ford first big block was a 385. I don't know.
I hope this thing don't leak oil like it did.
Well, it leaked like a sieve. I mean, and that's another thing. Who's building Fords? Probably not too many people.
Any streetcar takeover.
Because feel how hard that thing is. So that's my problem. Is you get a old seal that.
Any streetcar takeover we go to, we got to have an engine doctor.
Yeah, there's no.
And we got pre-registered. What made Oldsmobile think the rope rear main seal was good?
Hey, that was a thing back in the day, now. Honestly, if you put a good rope in, they're probably good, you know? I mean, when we get the crank out, I'll show you what I mean by that. The crank's got grooves in it that are pointed back towards the motor, so when the motor's running, it's supposed to be pushing, theory is pushing the oil forward, so. So. Yeah. That seal's moving.
Those grooves?
Yeah, these grooves. Pushing it that way. So.
Theoretically, what's supposed to push the oil forward?
What's supposed to happen is it's pushing it forward, and then on your seal, if anybody can see, this lip goes forward.
Yeah. Double action.
Really,
Might explain what you're tapping it for.
I'm just tapping a little bit like that and a little bit like that, and all it does is set the thrust bearing. Again, it may not move nothing. That's just that's the way I was taught. So. Yeah, I think this is the best chance for this engine to live. You know what?
It better. If not, it might end up with something else in it.
Don't even say it.
I didn't say it.
Get everybody mad at us. All right. Today I am starting to file fit the rings. I'm setting them at 30 thousandths on the top and the second ring. So just sticking them in here and checking them first. This thing's 4185 bore, and it was together when I got it. I took it apart, honed it, put it together, ran it, and now we've honed it again. We've got plenty of clearance. Good thing it's really good parts though. I mean, it's Ross pistons. I'm using Speed Pro Hellfire rings. They seem to stand up to, you know, the temperatures that turbo adds. Anyhow, just working on that, and try to get all these rings fall fitted, and then I'll load the pistons, and maybe we can get the pistons in and get this thing knocked together. I like to put the ring in first because every cylinder could be just a little different, so let's make sure. These are 5 over, and there's already a little bit of a gap. It don't take much.
Ah, I was missing my favorite part.
Yeah.
Dang it. I'm so upset that I'm missing that.
I did all the second rings.
Yeah.
These I can barely even squeeze together.
Okay. I slept past my alarm, so it smelled like somebody smoking the devil's lettuce outside of my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But okay.
Maybe that's why you slept so good.
Maybe I got some after.
That's blowing it in. Alright, I'm going to be putting rings on. I've had several people ask me about that. So, I'll show you one more time the way I do it. So this is your oil control ring. So, I usually start and put the butt there, and then I'll come over here and put the gap on that side, then I'll come on the other side, put the gap on this side. That's ring on, and then I'm going to go grab cylinder number 1 rings. On this ring there's a lip. I don't know if you can see it, but the lip's down, and I usually put part of it in like that, then I bring it around. Of course, I'm going to put one gap at the top, one gap at the bottom. It really doesn't matter, it's whatever you prefer. But that's that right there. So now those wool rings was a little stiffer than I like, but uh-oh, something's catching here. Side of that, and it's keeping that ring from, I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna have to several motors, you know, but so I was getting pretty good about knocking them in and catching them. But
I can just let you do whatever. It's up to you, honestly. See? See what happens when I come over?
Man.
Never mind.
What the heck? Alright.
Hey.
I guess we'll try this again. Just gotta get... maybe I was just going too slow that time.
Yeah, I came in and threw you all off.
The oil filter on there, because I still don't know that wasn't where our oil leak was all year. Because I didn't find anything else wrong.
I think it was
We may end up putting a remote mount oil filter on the thing. I kind of hate to, but hadn't had luck with that in the past either. We'll probably torque them and then let it set and come back and go back through them. Because they do stretch, you know. A lot of people use a stretch gauge on them, like the bolt stretches. They measure it before and they measure it after. I mean, I don't know. That's
well, looks like we got the short block together for this
Yeah,
old
it's
DX block or
the
diesel
DX
block.
block's all done. Like I say, I fall fit. Let's see. Did I fall fit the rings? You did the top
I did the
ring.
top
I did
one.
the second ring. I did.
I know you're used to saying that you do everything or whatever,
Yeah. But like I say, got the O-rings, got the old pistons in.
but these pistons are going to be the roughest looking thing on here.
Hey, this looks awesome.
I think you should go back gold.
Oh, paint? Yeah, probably not.
You don't want to go Oldsmobile gold?
Oh, I did. Here, look at this. I'm not sure that this wasn't our oil leak, you know, because
The
that
entire
gasket
time.
barely got that. So I ordered fittings. I ordered a billet.
Or like a relocation kit?
Oil filter relocation kit. I already ordered the hoses that are already pre-made together. So
They're pre-made?
they're 10-inch.
Like with 90s?
Oh.
Only thing that's
Okay, look.
only
Straights and 90s. So.
only thing that's gonna suck about that location is, I know you know what I'm about to tell you, the exhaust runs right by there.
Right. It comes down through here. So.
I don't know if it goes close to it. Hopefully it doesn't. I think it stays up.
I'm hoping we can just.
I think it
kinda-
stays up on the head and kind of stays away from it.
Well, I'm
but
hoping we can just make a bracket right off of this, you know, maybe, and bolt it right here. And
Oh,
run
yeah.
them around to it, like a straight curved around to the 90.
Or we may have to make some new hoses.
There's absolutely no telling what we're going to get into. Probably won't be able to use what I bought, but
Yeah.
anyway, this is going to be the best chance for this thing to rip. So it's going to be copper head gasket. You can see it's 0 deck right now. I mean, it is all the way to the top. So
Yeah. What size head gasket are you gonna put on it?
I got some 50.
You got copper head gaskets.
I
this
had
time.
27s and I got 60 thousandths coppers because they had to mill 20 or 30 off that and 10 off the head. So in my mind, we was going to be right back to where we was as far as push rods and
Yeah.
everything. Again, until we start putting it together, we won't know. But man, the thing might be a little out of the hole there a little bit.
Are the heads O-ringed?
The heads are.
Or are they receiver
I don't
groove?
know. Let's look. Like I say, that'll be kind of part 2, but let's just look at them real quick.
Looks like
I don't
they're
know. They're O-ring.
looks like they're O-ringed.
Man, those look nice, don't they? Like, this is the best shot
Yeah.
that we're giving this thing.
So
So anyhow,
we changed the springs on the heads. because they were
brand new. Yeah, the springs on the heads was toast. I bought some LS springs, and Henson laughed at me.
Didn't work. You thought they were going to work.
I mean, you can't put LS springs. I said, well, I'm treating it like an LS, so I wanted to put LS springs on it.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, can't do that.
So, new springs ain't gonna bind up.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We found all kinds of stuff, but
dual O-rings.
We got dual O-rings. Like I think they just go inside of each other. Like those will go inside of these when it clamps down.
Yeah.
Copper head gaskets. We've got to start when we get it all together. We got to start it, do a heat cycle, take it back apart, and retort. And when I say take it apart, on an Oldsmobile, it's
you could see all the head head studs.
I mean, it'll be taking the valve covers off, and we would have to rerun the rockers, but that's we'll probably just have to take a certain rocker off. I don't know. I haven't really looked at that, but
well, I don't know. I'm excited to get it back together.
I just want it to run.
I know everybody is excited to see it again. Man, they get tired of all our LS stuff. So
right. So, and like I say, if it runs like I think it does, we may put it in the Red Dragon.
It might have to go in the Red Dragon, you know.
I don't know. This block probably outweighs that LS block by 100 pounds.
You know, I've been talking to you about. I've been thinking about taking the LS out of Pat.
Yeah.
And building the DX deal.
Well,
I know you got another one over there.
I've got 2 extra blocks over there. And I got some billet main caps. And I saved a crankshaft on Marketplace. It's a 4-inch stroke for a DX block.
Yeah.
$500. It's factory steel. So
I'd be halfway there already, I feel like.
Whew. It'd be, I don't know. The bad news is I already had all this stuff and I spent $7 grand.
Yeah.
I mean, I already had the short block and the heads and now spent another $3 grand on it. I mean, I'm about 12,000 in this deal, but
Oldsmobile stuff.
It's an Oldsmobile.
It's cool though.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be worth it.
Nobody's gonna yell at you.
Nope.
People yell on me, I guess.
If this thing don't run, if it ain't fast, it may be in a jet boat or something else, somewhere else. So
yeah, somebody else might own it.
It better be fast. Is all I'm saying. So
well, all right. This is
part 1.
Yeah, this is gonna be a part 1. We're going to finish. We're gonna put the cam in it, heads, everything, intake, everything in the next video.
Yeah, next video we'll be hopefully finishing the long block. My chain was loose when we built it. I advanced the cam 2 degrees. I'm probably going to spend the money and try to get a new chain or something that's tighter.
Yeah.
So I don't have to advance the camshaft.
Yeah, we're going to have to reset. You remember how it wouldn't run right when we started?
Yeah. We're going
to have to clock the distributor, all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be another learning curve. So
well,
probably need to restart with the fuel map, you know, because I had it good.
We're going to have to pretty much start over. So,
but oh well, it'll hopefully it'll run good and be fast as we think it should be.
It's got oil pressure and I can drive it anywhere. That's my goal. And then going fast is the secondary part to me. I want the car. When that car don't run, it drives me batty. I mean, I want to be able to any day of the week come out and get in that car and drive it to work if I want. And when it don't run, it really blows. So hopefully we're gonna get there.
Hopefully we get everything fixed. So, all right, that'll be it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll holler at you later.